and welcome to Module 2, where we will discuss and learn about what analysis is. So this module focuses on active reading strategies that'll help you understand the context, the purpose, and the audience of the essay that you decided to read. You'll have 2 graded assignments this week. One is a 2-4 activity for guided analysis, and the other is a journal which discusses the importance of analysis. So how do we analyze? There's 2 ways to look at a text. There's the surface level, quick information kind of reading where you're skimming through it, or maybe you're just reading it quickly because you're running out of time. And then there's the more in-depth analysis where you're reading between the lines. You're really looking for the author's bias, the author's intent, paying close attention to what you see. On the 2-1 activity, you've got a few things here that you need to read through, how to actually make sure that you're reading closely. And these are several techniques that you can use, and most people use them throughout college, so they're very helpful. In short, this is basically how to annotate when you're reading. On this page, you're going to look deeply into context, purpose, and audience. All of these things, being able to analyze these and determining what each of these mean, help you become a more critical reader. There is a questionnaire at the bottom. It's not a graded assignment, but I still suggest you do it just because it'll help you cement the skills, and then you can use them in the graded assignments that come up later this week. The next slide goes over reading, style, diction, and tone. So these are things that writers use to get their point across. The style of how they write, what they say, what are the tone of the words that they use. And this is helpful in learning about bias. Now, your guided analysis assignment is graded, and this is very similar to the 1-3 assignment you guys had last week, in that you have boxes here that you have to complete. So these are guided analysis questions. Make sure that you are answering these in complete sentences. Makes it easier to understand. This assignment will be automatically graded, but it's one that you can go back in throughout the course and make sure that you understand what you're doing going ahead, because the skills are important. Your assignment for 2-5, which is a journal entry, this is a pretty important assignment. So to complete this journal assignment, you need to go back and reread the essay that you chose for your final project. And go ahead and make sure that you reread it. You want to answer the questions: who do you think your audience will be in your critical analysis essay? Describe the audience, explain how they would benefit from any insights produced from your analysis or your selected article. Why this analysis is so important to your selected reading, how it will help your audience understand the author's goal in a clearer, more captivating way. And then after rereading your article and the notes from Module 1, what do you believe is your goal in analyzing your selected article? Will you use your essay to help your audience understand the importance of the author's goal, or will you use your essay as an opportunity to persuade the audience that the author's goal is incorrect? I want to take a moment to talk about the length of your responses. So your responses need to be at least 5 to 8 sentences for each one. So this is going to be a fairly long document. Also, when you answer the prompts, when I go to grade this, I cannot see the prompt. So it's very important that you restate the question in your first sentence of your response. So for example, if you're answering a question on who you think your audience will be for your critical analysis essay, you start by saying, the audience for my critical analysis essay will be, and then you say who it is. Then you spend the next 4 to 7 sentences telling me why you believe that group to be your audience. Let's look at the rubric here. This is the rubric that every English 122 instructor uses at Southern New Hampshire. So when you're answering the audience and looking at the benefits of analysis, looking at the goal of your analysis and your length, the articulation of response. So let's look here at the length. Writes 3 or more fully developed paragraphs with exceptional detail that directly relate to the assignment prompt. So you don't want short little choppy sentences when you're supposed to have 5 to 8 sentence paragraphs. What will happen here is you will lose points because you're probably not going to be as thorough of an answer as you need here. So if you say my audience will be X and that's all you say, you're going to get a needs improvement or not evident. And then you're also going to get points deducted in the length category. So this kind of is a double hit. The articulation of response. Make sure that you are proofreading what you write. You won't be using in-text citations for this because you're not quoting your article directly at this point. But when I open your document up in Word, if I see a bunch of little red, green, or blue squiggles underneath words that aren't capitalized or aren't spelled correctly, it draws my attention. So you really do need to take the extra time to proofread before submitting. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. Bye.